Hey everybody, it's Tim. You're here at Stock Picks by Tim, and in this video I wanted to talk about a Bitcoin miner. And no, it's not CleanSpark. It's actually going to be Sphere 3D, or ANY stock. Any is the ticker symbol. Now if you're familiar with this channel, I did hold this a while ago. I don't currently hold any, but I'm going to go into when I would be potentially picking some up. And we've also got some news here that I wanted to go over. We're going to look at the chart, we're going to look at this news. There are definitely some positives and negatives here. So if you get something useful out of this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I definitely appreciate it. Check out the links down below to some stocks and cryptos, and let's take a look at Sphere 3D. And everything I go over will be down below for you. But they just gave their Bitcoin mining update here for December. They increased their production capacity by about 267%. They grew production by 74% month over month. Now they're nearly 18 Bitcoin per month. Their Bitcoin holdings totaled about 103 at month end, and they achieved 113.3 Bitcoin to exahash efficiency. And as said by their CEO here, December was transformative for Sphere 3D from start to finish, and included the receipt of approximately 12,000 miners from BitFuFu, a successful annual general meeting, and a long-awaited energization of miners at Wolf Hollow. Once fully deployed and hashing, Sphere 3D's fleet will total almost 17,000 units with a production capacity of over 1.7 exahash. And the CEO goes on to say, "We are excited by the progress made in December and plan to carry that momentum into the new year. While there were many accomplishments for the company, the mining industry continued to struggle in December with the further decline of mining economics and additional bankruptcy filings. This year has been challenging for the industry. However, the team at Sphere 3D continues to work diligently into 2023 to build on its strong finish in 2022. So first off, going into this Wolf Hollow site, this was previously owned by Compute North, but as you may know, they went through a bankruptcy. So this company has definitely been involved with other companies and had companies hosting for them, things like that, with a bunch of companies basically going under. We have Core Scientific involved here and Compute North. But going into this here, in December, 3,600 miners were installed at that Wolf Hollow site, and 2,700 of those began mining Bitcoin, with the remainder waiting for energization due to a delay by the provider. And additionally, there are about 700 units held within Compute North in a storage facility that Sphere 3D is working on obtaining. And we've also got some more good news here. In December, approximately almost 11,850 S19J Pros were shipped to the company in accordance with the amended terms of the company's contract with the vendor. And with the end of December, these miners were landed and cleared customs, so these should be up and running any time here. And we've also got an update for Core Scientific here. We do have some money locked in with Core Scientific, and this is a claim for non-refunded portion of the company's advanced deposits. So it looks like Core Scientific still owes Sphere 3D some money. Could be a very long time until they get a cent. Now getting a little bit deeper into their Bitcoin production here, in December they produced 17.9, almost 18 Bitcoin, or a little over 1/2 of a Bitcoin per day. So yes, it is still very early for this company. They still have a lot to prove. And in that month, in their December 2022 production, they essentially totaled about $300,000 based on Bitcoin's price of about $16,500. And a little bit of context on timing here. When did things start here? Well, since the company began its mining operations during the first quarter of 2022, it produced 131 Bitcoin, held 103. So they have been able to hold a majority of that. And they currently have about 1.7 million worth of Bitcoin holdings. However, that should be closer to 2 million now with Bitcoin's current price. And during December, they did hold most of their Bitcoin. They did use about 4.5 Bitcoin during the month to fund working capital. And here's a chart just showing the growth they've been seeing. You will see that their Bitcoin holdings has been increasing, but their production has been somewhat flat besides this last month here. But check out this CEO closing remarks. I think it's a reason to be bullish for this company. And I did kind of touch on the 11,000, nearly 12,000 miners coming. But the CEO said, "We are excited to receive the 11,850 miners and look forward to getting them installed and hashing during the first quarter of 2023. With the near completion of deployment of our initial fleet, Sphere 3D continues to evaluate new accretive opportunities to drive value through the new year." But what do you guys think about Sphere 3D? This is definitely a very risky one, but with great risk comes great reward. That being said, I personally would want to wait on this. I'll show you something on the chart here. I would personally want to wait on this one until it either reaches over $1 or it looks a little better on the chart, and I'll show you a few things there. And you'll see on the chart we are experiencing a nice little move up here. You know, the overall market, small cap specifically, we're definitely running. Bitcoin's been in a little slight bullish momentum here. And as that continues, Sphere 3D can definitely keep running. But one thing to notice here on the 4-hour here is the RSI is becoming oversold. That doesn't mean it can't keep going, but you do need to be aware of that. And you'll see that we are approaching the 200 EMA. You definitely want to see how this behaves around it. And for some points of reference here, you'll see in February of 2022, it definitely found resistance a couple times there. It did have false breakouts, but we didn't get any candles closing above it. So you could definitely play the short-term momentum on a breakout of the 200 EMA. You could even just set a wise stop loss on a potential support level. If it breaks, you're out. No big loss. And if it keeps running, you can definitely enjoy the gains. I personally still think this is quite risky, but could potentially be worth going very small in this. I think it's a little safer if it was much closer to $1, if not over $1. And as much as it sucks to miss the bottom and have to be kind of buying on the way back up, I personally think a lot of times that can be a better strategy than buying and expecting this huge run up and then creating new lows potentially. But I will be keeping a close eye on Sphere 3D. It definitely has a lot of potential here in 2023, and in Bitcoin's next bull run, this could be a winner, but the risk is definitely there. But let me know how you feel about Sphere 3D. Thanks as always, guys, and take it easy.